40% or close to 40% from three-point range. Max Asmus, who's their best player, he's actually only shooting 29%. So really they've got close to 5-6 guys that can shoot 40% from three-point range. So the Aggies are going to have to get out, extend their defense, and force this team to drive and do what they don't want to do, but shoot tough twos.
Let's talk about your keys to the game, brought to you by Engel and Volkers. Follow your dream home. I know you just kind of hit on those, but overall, what do you need to see tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be the three-point line, honestly. If Utah State can keep ORU under 35% from the three-point line.
That's the magic number?
Yeah, 35 is the magic number. If they keep them under 35, I think they're going to be in really good shape. And then I know it's probably getting like a broken record, but they've got to out-rebound this team. And this is a team that the Aggies should be able to pound on the boards.
Well, despite Connor Vanover, who comes in this game at 7'5", they are actually one of the worst defensive rebounding teams in the country. So Utah State should have some opportunities for some second chance opportunities. They are not a good rebounding team. They do not force a lot of turnovers, but they do come in making 11.1 threes a game. And talking to the coaching staff about their game against St. Mary's. St. Mary's led by 21 at one point, led by 18. But if you have a couple, 2 or 3 stretches of no-point possessions, they can go boom, boom, boom on those threes and make it a 9-0 run in the matter of like 36 seconds. And all of a sudden you're looking at them like, whoa, what just happened to our 12-point lead there?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And so watch them in transition especially. I know that's something I'm sure in shoot-around was talked about, finding your man early in transition, because like I said, especially at the point guard position, that kid will shoot from the logo. So Utah State has to find their man early, or else they're going to give up threes in transition, which is not what you want to allow ORU to get going early on.
So Vanover comes up against Trevin Dorius. Not a lot of people stand over Dorius, but Vanover does. It doesn't matter, though. Dorius controls the tip easily over Vanover, and Utah State with the ball, moving right to left to start this game. Funk to Rylan Jones. Jones dealt with a little bit of a stomach bug, only played 11 minutes against San Diego, but hopefully that's all in the rearview mirror. Cross-court pass to Funk. Had a good look for three. Decides to dump it down to Dorius. Gives it right back to Funk on the baseline. Funk, cross-court pass to Bairstow. Bairstow still working the baseline. Puts his shoulder down, leaves it in traffic, and the ball still on the court and finally controlled by Oral Roberts on a bad pass in the post. Leave it for the big man who throws down the two-handed dunk. You get it anywhere near him, near the rim, and it's going to be a dunk. Vanover gets it, and Oral Roberts leads by 2. Rylan Jones, for a big man, he runs the court well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And Trev fell down, and
Shulga on a bounce pass on the drive, and he will get hit with the travel. So Utah State has been dealing with a little bit of the turnover bug. And again, one thing that Oral Roberts doesn't do, they don't force a lot of turnovers. But Utah State already with 2 on their first 2 possessions. Crossing the timeline is Max Asmus. Watch out for him. He is a dynamic player, to say the least. Juergens gets into lane, tries to spin, has to kick it back up top to Kareem Thompson. Thompson gets to the free throw line, leaves it to Vanover, takes the long 2, which he does not want to take, and he misses it. Bairstow in transition, drives, and will get hit with the charge. Back-to-back-to-back turnovers as Bairstow out of control driving the paint.
Yeah, I don't love that call. There was some sliding. One thing I want to point out, Scotty, Utah State's doing a different ball screen defense if they stick with it. Trev actually hedged out, and that tells you how worried they are about the three-point shot. So watch the bigs hedging out.
And an offensive foul goes against McBride on setting a screen against Rylan Jones. Go ahead and finish that thought.
Yeah, so if Utah State is hedging out, that's going to make it a much wider paint, and it'll be interesting to see if Connor Vanover starts rolling instead of popping.
Interesting. Rylan Jones leaves it for Funk on the right wing, then back to Shulga. Shulga to Dorius. Dorius then hands right back to Rylan Jones, drives into the lane, works it to Funk. Funk fakes a 3, steps back, takes it, and hits it. Taylor Funk, no big deal, 6 for 6 in his last 6 3 attempts. Nice crossover dribble, 3-point shot missed by Asmus. And here comes Utah State going the other way. Shulga crossing the timeline. Aggies lead 3-2, 2 minutes into the first half. Shulga puts his foot on the gas, gets to the lane, leaves it cross court. Wide open 3, left wing is up and good. And Rylan Jones buries the 3 on the nice drive by Utah State. Aggies up 6-2. Kareem Thompson leaves it for Juergens, up top to Asmus. Asmus near the U State logo, looking for a screen. Aggie switch. Back to Juergens. He's more than happy to take threes. Does not on that possession. Thompson gets to the free throw line, takes 2 steps back and looks to get a running start against Bairstow. Crosses him over, drives in the lane, puts a shot off the glass and gets it to go. He saw Bairstow the whole way and said he wanted to take him, and he got him for the bucket.
That was a good one-on-one move and a tough shot off the glass.
Bairstow leaves it to Rylan Jones. And an offensive foul on an illegal screen goes against Bairstow.
That handoff, dribble handoff. Guys dribble handoff and end up running in. You saw ORU get called for it, and then Bairstow got called for it there. If you're going to dribble handoff, you've got to plant and hand it off. That's a rule change that occurred about 3 years ago in college basketball.
Bairstow had that big performance against UVU. 9 points against Santa Clara, 4 against San Diego. He's picked up his 2nd foul, so Z Hamoda into the game will spell Bairstow. Long 3 is missed. Tipped around and finally controlled by Utah State. Vanover, all 7'5" of them, cranking the 3. Couldn't get it to go. Shulga, transition 3. Yes! Max Shulga buries the 3. Aggies lead this game 9-4. Aggies 3 for 3 from 3 different guys. Funk, Jones, and Shulga each with a 3 ball. Leave it back for Vanover. Thought about the 3 momentarily. Now to Juergens. Juergens trying to drive, gets the elbow, then reverses and comes back to the logo. Up against Dorius, tries to drive on him. Cross court back to Thompson. Thompson gets into lane. Thompson attacks. And a foul is going to go against Z Hamoda.
Once again, a tough call on the Aggies. I mean, there was a little bit of contact, but the guy was lowering his shoulder and actually back to the basket. So,
13th foul on Utah State, first on Z Hamoda. As we mentioned, Bairstow with 2. Tried to slip it to Vanover, couldn't do it, so Juergens comes out to the right baseline and collects. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Draws Funk out behind the 3-point line. Then drives, puts the layup up and gets it to go. Didn't anticipate the drive game working as well as it has in the early stages of this one.
Yeah, that weak side defender, Rylan needed to be under the rim, was just a little late getting where he needed to be.
Funk back to Rylan Jones. Jones on the baseline. Looking to slip it to Dorius. Back to Rylan Jones, who lays it up and in. Dorius with the pass and the assist.
Yeah, great 3-man action. Funk, Rylan, and Trev. Great back door and good pass by Trevin.
11-6. By the way, that's Trevin Dorius' first assist on the season. Nice drive and layup on the other end by number 10, Isaac McBride. He gets his first bucket of the game. The Aggies lead this game 11-8. Fun start to this one. Both teams shooting on all cylinders. Dorius cross court to Z Hamoda to Rylan. Rylan's got a good look for 3. No good. Aggies missed their first 3 ball tonight. And quickly, here comes the Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts working left to right. Vanover cranks the 3 from the left wing, misses it, and Shulga skies for the rebound. Shulga leaves it back to Funk. Funk gets around Juergens, then swings it cross court. Leaves it for Rylan Jones. Jones in the baseline, and his cross-court pass is intercepted, stolen away by Juergens. 4th turnover in the night by Utah State. Juergens still working the dribble. Then comes back to the baseline, drives again, and blocked from behind by Dorius. Utah State comes away with it. Z Hamoda working right to left. Leaves it back for Jones. Rylan slowing things down, waiting for the offense to develop. Rylan needs a little bit of help. Dorius comes up and sets a screen for him. He gets to the elbow. Leaves it back for Dorius and tries to throw down the dunk, but blocked at the rim by Kareem Thompson. Back-to-back blocks. Asmus takes the 3 in transition, misses it. Asmus is 0 for 2 from 3. And Shulga looks over to Coach Odom and says, slow things down, let's get a good look here. 14:25 left in the first half. Aggies with a 3-point lead, 11-8. Z Hamoda gets a screen from Dorius. Dorius rolls, gets the pass, then swings it to Jones. Back to Shulga. Shulga pump fakes the 3, lost the handle, still on the court, and collected once again by Oral Roberts. Aggies turning the ball over at a high level here in the early stages of this game. 6 turnover in the first 6 minutes. Vanover takes another shot and misses it. Vanover more than happy to crank these 3s. He's 0 for 3, 1 for 5 on the night.
Yeah, not shy at all.
13:49 left here in a eventful first half. Still waiting for that first media timeout. Rylan Jones gets into lane. Rylan takes the shot and blocked by Vanover. Thought he got Vanover out of position, but he recovered nicely. McBride leaves it back for Thompson. Thompson crosses over, steps back, takes the long 2. Or did they give it a 3? Yes, it's a 3 ball. And we're tied up at 11 apiece.
We saw him practicing those in warm-ups, that exact same spot. He was putting them up.
Rylan Jones working right to left. RJ Idlerock's going to check in on the next dead ball, if we ever have one. Max Shulga comes around a screen. Thought about the 3, then leaves it back for Hamoda. Hamoda drives. Leaves it for Funk. Funk for 3. Yes! Taylor Funk. 2 for 2, 6 points. All threes. Aggies up by 3, 14-11. Ball tipped away. Vanover still able to collect. Leaves it back for A. Smith. Up against Dorius. Likes that mismatch. Gets to the elbow. Takes the jumper and hits it. Yeah, that's not a mismatch in Utah State's, or not a matchup in Utah State's favor.
Yeah, sorry, I spoke up.
No,
I was
you're
telling
fine.
Trev he better get his hand up. He's got to use his length.
14-13. Aggies lead by 1. Funk comes around the screen, takes the elbow jumper. It's a little long, and Vanover takes the ball and hands over to A. Smith. A. Smith quickly in transition. Gets the elbow, leaves it back for Vanover. He'll take another 3, and that one he hits.
These guys are winded, Scotty. You can see. They're really winded.
Well, we're almost 2 media timeouts behind schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Shulga to Funk. Funk. Aggies a little bit of confusion here offensively. Shulga takes the jumper and can't get it to go. There's Dorius for the rebound. Puts it up and in over the top of Vanover. We're all square at 16 apiece. Pump fake, got Vanover in the air, then came back and laid it up and in. 11:52 left here in the first half. We were supposed to have a timeout 4 minutes ago. Nice pass in the post, but then stolen away. Ryland comes away with it, leaves it for Dorius, and Dorius is able to cross. Hamoda wants to run. In trouble, lost a handle, and an offensive foul, or a double dribble. What do we got? Offensive foul, it's a charge, and that'll be 2 on Hamoda. 11:34 left in the first half. 16 all, Utah State and Oral Roberts on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 3 left here in the first half. Utah State leading this game by the count of 16, or excuse me, we're all squared up at 16 apiece. Utah State Athletics and America First Credit Union featuring the academic success of USU student athletes. This week, your America First Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is from the football team. Calvin Tyler Jr. who had himself not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns against San Jose State.
That was awesome.
That was a fun game.
That was a great football game. Good job for the football team getting bowl eligible. That's a big deal.
Utah State shooting 80% from 3 to start this game. Usually when you're 80% from 3, you're thinking you're up by 7, 8 points. But we're tied up. Aggies 4 of 5 from beyond the line. Shulga 1 for 1. Ryland 1 for 2. Funk 2 for 2. Rebounding 8-4. Utah State out rebounding Oral Roberts. And the Aggies have assisted on 5 of their 6 made buckets.
80% from 3, but sometimes that gets nullified. And tonight, so far, 7 turnovers. Doesn't help.
Stephen Ashworth and RJ Idlerock into the game at the same time. First time we've seen this lineup on the court together. Spinning, driving, good look, layup up and in. Patrick Mwamba into the game and was able to get around Funk and lay it up at the rim. 18-16, Oral Roberts with a 2-point lead. Ashworth leads it back for Shulga. Shulga swings across court to Funk, back to Shulga on the left wing. Gets a screen from Akin. Shulga still hammering the dribble. Swings it back up to Idlerock, then to Ashworth. Ashworth goes baseline. Vanover's out of the game, so let's see if the Aggies try to attack the rim. Idlerock has the ball ripped away from him and stolen away. Mwamba with the ball. Leaves it for A. Smith. A. Smith nearly stepped out of bounds, hands it back to Mwamba, and there's the travel. Seems like when you get a little out of sorts between a couple guys, there's going to be some miscues, and finally they hit the travel. So that brings us to our under 12 timeout. Utah State trailing Oral Roberts 18-16. 10:48 left here in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing too because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. Geico.com, easy. All right, 18-16 is our score. Oral Roberts leading Utah State by 2. Oral Roberts have made their 4 last field goal attempts. Story in this one, though, Spencer, is 8 turnovers by Utah State.
Yeah, started the game off with a turnover, and the trends continued. I'm sure coach is talking about that in timeouts. They've got to tighten up and take care of the basketball. Those are 8 shots. You make 2 of those, and all of a sudden you're up in this game. But, yeah, you got to take care of the basketball.
Aggies with the ball, moving right to left. Stephen Ashworth, who had that game winner against San Diego with 3 minutes left. No hesitation whatsoever. He was going to take that shot and calmly knocked it down. Thought about the 3 there, gives it to Shulga. Shulga then leaves it to Akin on the left low blocks. Faces up, puts his shoulder down, spins, right hand floater, up and good.
Scotty, I love his back to the basket game. He is old and slow, and I mean that as a compliment.
Oh, I don't know how he would take it any other way.
Exactly.
Deshaun Weaver was the one he shot it over. He's into the game for Oral Roberts. Nice positioning, but a bad attempt by Mwamba. Swing it cross court to Funk. Funk quickly leaves it on the left baseline to RJ Idlerock, and a turnover as RJ Idlerock traveled with it.
Number 9.
All square at 18 apiece. RJ's really struggled here in the early stages of this season.
Yeah, and he's experienced, but he's still trying to find his rhythm coming off the bench. I know he started in past years.
Kicker here is Asmus. Has not done much to start the game, and Oral Roberts is going toe-to-toe with Utah State. As I say toe, a kick out of bounds on Utah State. All square at 18 apiece. 20 seconds put back on the shot clock. But Asmus on the night tonight is 1 of 3, 0 for 2 from 3, only 2 points. He's your leading scorer and has not done much. And you know eventually that dam is going to break. McBride drives, attacks, Shulga blocks it from behind. Ashworth to Funk. Funk leaves it for Akin on the left low block. Let's see if he goes to work again. 2 dribbles, here comes the double team. Attacks the rim and lays it up and draws the foul. How about that? Dan Old Man Akin getting it done, Spencer.
I love it. Looked like Ty Wesley down there, honestly. That was a great move. Gave him the first post move over the left shoulder jump hook. That time, the guard was blocking the key, came back 2 dribble drop step. Man, old and slow, and that's a compliment. I hope someone says that about me someday.
Here comes Akin attempting the free throw. Aggies lead 20-18. Free throw by Akin is up and is good. Dan Akin against San Diego missed his first 3 and then went 5 of 6 the rest of the game, including a couple of really big ones under pressure situations late. Aggies lead by 3, 21-18. Aggies' largest lead in this game has been 6. Into the game, number 20, Trey Phipps takes the shot, misses it badly, and here comes Shulga quickly going the other way. Leaves it for Ashworth. Ashworth gets the elbow, leaves it back for Shulga. Shulga's fouled. And that will stop the clock here momentarily with 9:06 and allow Sean Bairstow to come in and give Taylor Funk his first breather of the game. Also back into the game will come Kareem Thompson. Number 2 had a nice start for Oral Roberts.
Trey Phipps, local kid out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was really excited to shoot that one.
Don't get a lot of opportunities. You got to let it fly when you can.
I like it.
Akin back to Ashworth. Ashworth steps into a 3. Wanted to draw the foul. Looks over the official and says, where was it? He said, nope, no foul. 21-18, Aggies lead by 3. Only the second missed 3 of the night by Utah State, 4 of 6. Oral Roberts has gone on a scoring drought of over 2 minutes. Weaver's going to try to end that with a 3 right here, and he does, and ties it up at 21 apiece. Now Oral Roberts is seeing the 3 ball start to fall. They've made 3 out of their last 4. Stephen Ashworth gets to the elbow, leaves it back for Shulga. Shulga's got a good look for 3, no good, and the rebound ripped down by Weaver. And Oral Roberts has a chance to take the lead back. Leaves it down for Juergens. Juergens is double teamed in the post, has to get rid of it, leaves it over to Asmus, who takes the 3 and misses it, but the rebound's tracked down by Thompson. They don't get a lot of offensive rebounds, but a big one there. Juergens puts his foot on the gas again, gets up against Akin, puts a shot up at the rim, and Akin will have none of it and pulls down the rebound. Outlets it quickly to Shulga. Shulga and this Aggie offense. Shulga gets in the lane, shows, takes a shot off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. He is sneaky good with his positioning down in the low blocks.
Yeah, really good pump fake, and he usually gets him in the air. I do got to point out they've gone small. ORU has gone really, really small with Vanover and Mwamba out of the game, and they're trying to take advantage of Utah State's defense on the hedge to pick and pop. You saw him do that with Weaver just now. So be interesting to see who Ryland comes in for right now. I'm guessing it's Scholga, but ORU going with a very small lineup.
Scholga makes his first free throw. One more coming up as the Aggies take the lead back, 22-21. Second free throw is up and good. And he will come in. Yep, you called it, Scholga. So the Aggies have essentially three of their point guards out on the court right now in Idlerock, Jones, and Ashworth. Interesting chess match going on here.
Yeah, I would imagine they're going to switch everything except with Weaver.
A. Smith with the ball. Ryland Jones puts a hand on his face, tries to get around him. His pass stolen away, poked away, and stolen away. Scholga leaves it for Ashworth. Ashworth back for Ryland Jones. Trails, shot, yes! Three-point ball flying for Utah State. Aggies up by 5. No hesitation from Ryland Jones. Buries the three. A. Smith going up against against Ashworth. Aggies switch. And a travel call, you bet. Deshaun Weaver on the drive, picks up the foot, and that is a turnover on Oral Roberts. Aggies up by 5, 26-21, 7:36 left in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 7:36 left here in the first half. Utah State leads by 5, 26-21. Time for your Aggie scoring summary, brought to you by your Utah pork producers, providing safe and wholesome pork products to Utah families for over 25 years. Visit utahporkproducers.org. And Spencer, I tell you what, this has been a back and forth game. Aggies led by as many 6. Oral Roberts is led by 2. Currently Utah State on a 5-0 run to take this 26-21 lead, but I don't anticipate Oral Roberts is going to go away quietly in the night here.
No, great job by Utah State. They're attacking, and then Ryland hitting the three. He's playing with confidence and he's shooting with confidence, and that's such a huge thing for this Utah State basketball team.
Bairstow outside the three-point line. Atkin comes to give him a screen to Ashworth. Ashworth for 3. Rainbow ball drops through the net, and the Aggies have their largest lead of 8, 29-21. Boy, he puts a high arc on that thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
A. Smith likes that matchup against Atkin, but instead will give it in the post to Weaver. Weaver then kicks it right, then back up to Juergens. Juergens gets to the elbow against Ryland Jones, leaves it back for Phipps. Phipps driving baseline, puts a floater up, and is rewarded with a desperation shot with a foul, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. I don't like that foul. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, and Phipps driving in there. Steven got a little bit late. Great job on the dig by Steven to help. Juergens tried to post Ryland up, but he got in there and just swatted at him, made Juergens pick it up.
Scholga's going to check in. Free throw is up and good by Phipps. Phipps, by the way, not a heavy minute guy, only about 15 a game. Played at Oklahoma, started his career at OU, and then transferred his first year here at Oral Roberts. Second free throw is up and good. And he is 8 for 8 from the free throw line. He looks like a guy who will never miss a free throw.
Pretty solid there, although that three-point shot, like you said, he was pretty excited.
Yeah. All right, so Utah State, who have made 5 out of their last 7 field goals, see their 7-0 run snapped. Now lead by 6, 29-23. Max Scholga takes the straightaway 3. Looks good, it is good. Max Scholga buries the 3. Aggies up by 9, 32-23. This is such an elite three-point shooting team, Spencer.
Man, they are shooting at such a high clip right now.
Came into the game averaging nearly 44% from 3, and that average isn't going down anytime soon. A. Smith drives into the lane, has to get rid of it. Kicks it up top to McBride. McBride then circles left. Juergens takes the long 3, misses it, and Aiken rips it off the board. By the way, Vanover back in the game, all 7'5" of him. Stephen Ashworth driving. Ashworth back to Scholga. He'll take another 3, leaves it way short, and Vanover gets his easiest rebound of the night.
Watch the switching now with Ryland and Steven guarding Vanover.
Vanover has the ball poked away by Ryland Jones. Ryland gets in the post, leaves it for Ashworth. Ashworth pump fakes, then takes the 3 and knocks it down. takes the three, watches his man fly right on by, and then recollects and buries it from the left wing. Aggies up by double digits, 35-23, 6 minutes left to go in the first half. 30-second timeout, we'll take it on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. D.L. Evans Bank, big thanks to them for supporting Aggie Athletics. D.L. Evans Bank is a community bank with local employees helping their communities succeed. Well, a lot of succeeding going out on the court right now. Utah State on the night tonight from three is 8 of 12. Driving McBride cut off, has to leave it back to Thompson, tries to cross over McBride, or Bairstow, leaves it back up top. A-Smith, hounded by Ashworth, wanted the three, couldn't take it. Leaves it for Thompson. Thompson drives, right-hand floater, up, no good. Tipped around, Vanover cannot collect. Thompson's able to get his own rebound, though. Pinballed all over the place, and Thompson's able to come away with it. And a double dribble, a carry, is going to go against Thompson. He turns it over. Utah State has been relentless defensively here in this last stretch.
Yeah, if you notice, that's exactly what they need to do on A-Smith. Stevens stayed up close, made him hesitate so he couldn't get the shot off.
A-Smith was smothered in that game against Houston. Aggies don't have the defenders that Houston have, but they're employing the same philosophy. Do not let him get an ounce of breath out there on the court. Shulga works to the right side, leaves it for Rylan Jones. Back up top to Shulga, the logo. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Shulga crossing over. Shulga in the lane, leaves it for a driving Ashworth, takes the baseline floater and nestles it home, and the Aggies lead by 14, 37-23. Aggies on an 8-0 run. Earl Roberts has gone nearly 4 minutes without a field goal as the Utah State defense putting the clamps down. A-Smith leaves it to Vanover. Hands over to McBride. McBride takes the contested three and knocks it home. It's a team that averages 33 attempts from three per game. Ashworth in trouble and turns it over. Atkin, now the ball still down on the court, finally collected by Earl Roberts. Watch out, A-Smith in transition. Comes around a screen. Takes a step back to the baseline against Shulga, back to Vanover. Vanover takes the three and knocks it down. Here you go. This is what they do. You think you're in control, and you have back-to-back empty possessions. They hit threes, and now it's back to an 8-point game.
Yeah, you notice that was the first turnover in quite a while for Utah State that allowed them to get some shots and some points on the board.
Taylor Funk up against Thompson. Funk driving, leaves it back for Ashworth. Ashworth steps back, slides to the left, and knocks down the three. Man, he makes it look so smooth.
When you've got four shooters on the floor.
A-Smith's trying to cook on Ashworth, and the floater no good, and an offensive foul goes against A-Smith. Great job by Stephen Ashworth drawing the charge. Hard to believe, last time we saw him on this court, it looked like he was going to be out for a month or two.
Yeah, fortunately, I'll tell that story. Do we have time, or are we going to a break?
We'll go to break.
Now?
You'll get it on the other side. 40-29, Aggies lead by 11, 3:50 left in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Utah State with an 11-point lead. Largest lead has been 14, 40-29. Aggies up by 11. Rocky Mountain Dermatology offers Botox, skin cancer, acne, cool sculpting, and laser hair removal services in North Logan, Utah, providing you advanced dermatology and surgery right here in the 435. All right, did you like Mr. Miyagi on Stephen Ashworth, or what's your story here?
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's a great. All listeners should watch that over the holiday break. No, so Stephen told me that when he didn't step on someone's foot, but he short stopped and his foot caught when he was closing out. Said he heard 3 pops in his ankle and it got really tight. So he was really, really worried. But the minute that after the game and they started working on him, his ankle relaxed quite a bit, and he thought, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
Aggies with the ball moving right to left. Ashworth to Jones to Atkin. Aggies up by 11. Funk in the left low block, sees the double team, swings it cross court to Rylan Jones. Jones gets to the baseline, has to dribble out of it, leaves it back for Ashworth, then to Funk. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Funk in a little bit of a funk, leaves it back for Jones. Jones with the floater to Atkin. Atkin brings it down, then back up, lays it up and in, and draws the foul. He is so smooth around the rim, Spencer. Filthy good.
I think Rylan meant to throw that up as an alley-oop, but Dan wasn't quite ready for it, and the fact that he was able to pogo stick that quickly with only a second on the shot clock and get rid of it, Props to Dan for that.
Dan Atkin stepping up to the free throw line. Aggies have made their last 4 field goals, currently on a 5-0 run with 3:20 left in the first half. Atkins' free throw is good. Uses every part of the rim, doesn't matter, it still counts the same, and the Aggies on a 6-0 run lead by 14 again, 43-29. Asmus to Thompson, back to McBride. McBride weaving right, driving, then to Vanover, cranks another 3, looks good, it is good, my goodness. And Vanover is now 3 of 6 from 3 tonight. Stephen Ashworth on the right side. Ashworth driving back up top to Rylan Jones. Steps to the elbow, takes the mid-range jumper and misses it. Probably should have just taken the 3, don't you think?
Yeah, I think he got out of rhythm.
43-32, an 11-point game. Thompson crosses over Shulga. Tries to get it to Vanover. He's finally able to collect to Asmus. Aggies switch. And here comes Atkin against Asmus. Asmus steps back, takes the long 3 and knocks it down. So last time Utah State got up by 14, Oral Roberts answered with back-to-back 3s. Then the Aggies pushed it back to 14, and now Oral Roberts has back-to-back 3s. 2:20 left here in the first half. Stephen Ashworth driving, cut off by Thompson. Then back underneath the lane to Funk. Funk outside the three-point line, baseline, leaves it for Atkin. Atkin puts it up off the glass, no good. Put back, no good by Funk. Funk nearly had a put-back dunk, still down on the court. Asmus in transition. Takes a long straightaway 3, no good, and Atkin skies for the rebound. That would have been a big shot for Oral Roberts. Funk steps back, takes the 3, get in there, yes sir! Pump faked it, and Vanover just flew right on by, recollects, and knocks down the 3. 46-35, back to an 11-point game.
It was like the Statue of Liberty flying by you and taking the shot. He was huge. Look at Rylan getting posted up.
Oh, here we go.
This.
Vanover turn around against Rylan. He airballs it. Vanover wasn't quite sure what to do there. Shulga to Rylan. Rylan for 3. No good. This place would have erupted had that one gone down. 1:18 left on the clock. Aggies up by 11, 46-35. Asmus leaves it back for Thompson. Thompson is going to recollect. Leaves it back for Asmus. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Aggies with a double-digit lead, 46-35. Trying to end the first half on a high note. Thompson back to Weaver. Weaver will take the 3. That looks good. Nope. And Shulga pulls it down. Uh-oh. And Shulga trying to pass it to Ashworth. And Atkin kind of comes back into play. It goes off his head out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Utah State. That's a killer.
Yeah, it caught the ponytail, which caused it to veer off towards Coach Odom. I think if he would have had a shaved head, I think it would have gone straight back to Shulga.
With the deflection?
Yeah.
So, a gifted possession here for Oral Roberts. Let's see what they do with it. McBride hounding the dribble up against Rylan Jones, crosses over, takes the 3, and knocks it down. So that was a 3 that shouldn't have happened considering the turnover. Ashworth to Shulga. It's an 8-point game, 46-38. See if the Aggies can push it back to double figures. Shulga controlling the dribble. Looking for a screen from Funk. Oral Roberts switches. Driving, Shulga, turnaround jumper, shot block, gets his own rebound, leaves it back to Ashworth, to Jones, to Funk. Funk's got a wide open 3, yes! And the Aggies get the 3 right back, 49-38. Here we go, 10 seconds. Asmus with the ball, crossing the timeline, gets against Ashworth. Pump fakes, drives into the lane, puts the shot up, no good, but he will get to the free throw line to try to cut it to a 9-point lead with 5 seconds left in the half. This is a really athletic team.
Yeah, very athletic team. I like Stevens' decision to force him to drive and not take the 3. Funk reached in there with his quick hands, but he got caught in the cookie jar. I'm excited to see what Utah State pulls out in the last 5 seconds. Usually you have a set play for this moment.
Free throw good by Asmus, who is a 77% free throw shooter. Mwamba Jurgens coming into the game. Asmus trying to put this to single digits before halftime. Aggies' largest lead has been 14. Right now it stands at 10 and could be 9. Asmus' second free throw is good. All right, here we go. 5 seconds left. This is where coaches make their money right here.
Yep.
Inbound to Ashworth. Ashworth crosses the timeline, leaves it for Funk. Funk takes the three, wanted the foul, probably should have gotten the foul as he was hit as he took the shot, left it short, and that's where the first half ends, 49-40. Come on, that was a foul, right?
Yeah, well, I think also Funk rushed it. He had 1 or 2 more seconds to pump fake, but it looked like Jurgens caught the top of his head. Could have called a foul on it, for sure.
49-40, Aggies lead by 9 at the break. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield. All right, 49-40, Utah State leads by 9 as we give you your scoring summary brought to you by our good friends at the Utah Pork Producers, growing responsibly in Utah for over 25 years. For more information, visit utahporkproducers.org. All right, fun game. You got a really, really good team in Oral Roberts that's going toe-to-toe here with Utah State. And you know that this is going to be a game where Oral Roberts is going to climb right back into this thing. Aggies led by as many as 14. Oral Roberts cut it down to 8. Aggies will push it right back. It was kind of a back-and-forth game. These first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be really key.
Yeah, for sure. Coming out, who can kind of take charge of this game and control it. I think I've got to say I had rebounding as the second key to my game. I'm still sticking with the first one, but I'm changing the second key to the game. It's going to be turnovers. I didn't expect the Aggies to come out, have 10 turnovers in the first 10 minutes of the first half. They've got to take care of the ball. Their run came when they only had 2 turnovers in that final 10 minutes. If they can continue to take care of the ball, end up with only 2 or 3 turnovers in the second half, they'll put themselves in a position to win this basketball game.
So St. Mary's was up by 21 right before the half against this team. Asmus, I believe it was Asmus, hit a 3 right before halftime to cut it to 18. And before you knew it, around the 10-minute mark, it was a three-point game. And so the same thing could happen here. And frankly, I kind of anticipate it'll happen to a certain degree where you could cut this to a 2-possession game really easily, and then you got a dogfight the rest of the way.
Yeah, both teams have shown the ability to shoot the basketball tonight. 9 points, that's 3 possessions. It can go away real quickly. So Utah State needs to come out, take care of the basketball, needs to execute, and Rylan Jones continue to play like he's playing as he just walked by us. He's shot the ball with a lot of confidence. That's the kind of leadership that the team needs from him at the point guard position.
All right, 49-40, Utah State leads by 9. Alternating possession will give Oral Roberts the ball to start the second half. McGriff nearly lost the handle, has to kick it back to Jurgens, to Vanover, then to to number 2 Thompson. Thompson then to Jurgens. Jurgens outside the three-point line, gets around Funk, rises, then gives it back to McBride. Long 3, up and good, and there you go. It's a 6-point game, 49-43.
Trev ended up getting switched onto McBride and got sucked in.
Driving is Bairstow off the glass, got it to go. Works around Vanover, and Utah State pushes the lead back to 8, 51-43. Kareem Thompson leaves it for McBride. McBride, who just hit the big shot, kiss off the glass, no good. How about Trevin skying for the rebound above the rim? Gets it to go. Ryland diving into the front rows, has to recollect and get down the court. Finally, Ryland to Shulga. Shulga thought about the 3, drives, leaves it for Bairstow. Bairstow will take the baseline jumper and bring it home. Aggies on a 4-0 run, push the lead back to double digits, 53-43. Asmus leaves it for Vanover. No surprise, he'll take the 3, and it'll go out of bounds on the miss. In the first half, Vanover from 3 was 3 of 6, now 3 of 7 on the game. And he missed his first 3, too. I want to say he went 3 for 3 on his last 3.
Yeah, he did. He missed his first 3. He's going to end up with 11 or 12 attempts by the night's over.
And again, this is a team that attempts 33 threes a game. Max Shulga weaves it right to Jones. Jones works the left side of the court. Hands off to Funk. Funk then to Bairstow on the left block. Extends back to the elbow, leaves it for Funk, swings it cross court to Shulga. Shulga drives, bounce pass in the lane to Dorius. Can't finish with the floater, and Vanover skies and pulls down the rebound. Jurgens to Thompson. Thompson then works it left, wide open 3. McBride knocks it down. You cannot give these guys space. They'll bury that 3. McBride, 5 of 12 from 3 coming into this game, and he's got 3 tonight. 53-46, 7-point game. Shulga leaves it to Dorius. Dorius at the elbow. Looks for somebody to help him out. It's Rylan Jones. Jones up under, puts it around Vanover, can't finish, but there for the rebound is Dorius. His floater is up and in. Right place, right time. Trevin Dorius with the bucket. 55-46. Deflected pass, finally ripped down and fouled at the rim is Vanover. That's a late whistle there.
That was, but look at our boy Vanover going to try to tomahawk it.
And good job by Dorius coming up there and making Vanover earn it from the free throw line.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Vanover's shockingly, has only attempted 8 free throws. He's a good free throw shooter too, though, 7 of 8 from the line. Here comes free throw number 1. It is up, and it is good. Used every part of the rim. You can tell a few students are at home for Thanksgiving, a little light on the student section, but those that are here, making as much noise as they possibly can. Vanover's second free throw is no good, missed it. One-handed rebound is Funk. 55-47, Aggies with an 8-point lead. Largest lead has been 14. Funk comes around a screen. Funk driving, spins, puts it up with the right hand, no good, leaves it a little short. Trevin Dorius tries to knock it out of the hands of Vanover, but he's able to collect the rebound. Driving is Juergens. Juergens works back underneath the rim, leaves it for Thompson, over to Vanover. His floater in the lane is no good. He needs to back it up 20 feet and shoot it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Rylan Jones crossing over, goes baseline, swings it back up top. Funk pump fakes the three, then shoots and makes. Taylor Funk leaving right where he left off in that game against San Diego. He is 5 for 5 on the night from 3. Vanover flicks the wrist, takes the three, and misses it. He has made his last 10 three-point shot attempts.
I was going to say that after he missed the previous 5 shot attempts.
Shulga gets around his man, leaves it to Bairstow. Bairstow in the lane, spins right, spins left, fadeaway shot, no good. Tipped around, Dorius tried to bring it in but couldn't. And the Aggies, who lead by 11, 58-47, sees Asmus cross the timeline. Double teamed, leaves it for Vanover, then works it to Juergens. Juergens into the lane, his right-hand shot, missed it. Rushed it a bit, and Utah State comes away with it. Taylor Funk in traffic, thought about the three, hands it to Jones. Jones on the right wing, three-point line extended. Aggies a little stagnant on offense. Bairstow back to Jones. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 16 left in the game. Rylan Jones to the elbow. Rylan leaves it for Bairstow. Bairstow for three, no good. And Oral Roberts with the rebound. Bairstow made his first 2 threes against UVU and has not made one since. Asmus, the right-hand floater, missed. He's able to pull down his own rebound to McBride, to Thompson. Thompson will flick the wrist, take the three, and bury it from the right wing. 58-50. More second chance opportunities for Oral Roberts than they normally get in a game. Offensive rebound, not a strong suit for them coming into this game, but they've had a couple extra possessions. And the lead is 8. Funk with 15, leading all scorers with the ball on the right elbow. Now driving, leaves it for Bairstow. Bairstow pump fake, leaves it back for Funk. Funk is going to get a 3-second call in the lane. Bairstow and Funk really wanted no part of Vanover at the rim, and the Aggies turn it over. 58-50 with 15:09 left in the ball game. Aggies up by 8 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Bryant Heating and Cooling, a proud supporter of Aggie Athletics. 5 main types of Bryant Heating and Cooling systems to meet home comfort needs. More information is available at Bryant.com, whatever it takes. Well, and again, Utah State is led by as many as 14. Oral Roberts has cut it down to 6, and the Aggies have been able to push it back to 11. It's been kind of that kind of game, but just remember that you're back-to-back threes away from this being a one-possession game, and that's the way Oral Roberts can shoot themselves back into a game in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, the Aggies can allow them to shoot. They're shooting 47% from three-point range. We talked about that at the beginning. You can't give them open looks, and it's just kind of some defensive mistakes. Trev gets switched on to McBride, gets open shot, transition. They've got to tighten up their defense at the three-point line.
Isaac McBride, by the way, is 4 for 4 from 3. Asmus takes the straightaway 3, no good. Tried to sell the foul and gets hit. Yeah, I said he tried to sell it. and he got hit with the flop. New flopping rules. A. Smith went down and again tried to sell it. Utah State's been guilty of it as well. And you get an immediate technical.
I know a lot of people don't like this. And I was talking to old coach Chris Jones, who said maybe they should be able to go to the replay to confirm it. But I love the technical for the flopping.
It'll just slow it down even more.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. That would slow it down. I love that they're trying to get flopping out of the game.
Well, here's the thing. More often than not, in the first 5 games of the season, guys that do it and then look to the official and complain a little bit, those are the guys that get hit. If you get up quickly, more often than not, they haven't been calling it.
Yeah.
So the Aggies lead by 9, 59-50. Ashworth, no look pass to Hamona, reverse layup, no good. Oh, Shulga wanted to see that get finished as he no-looked it to Hamona with the reverse layup and just couldn't finish. He draws the foul and goes to the lane. That was filthy, Spencer.
Yeah, that was really nice. I want to see that on the replay. Really nice no-look.
59-50, Aggies lead by 9. Z. Hamona steps up to the line for 2 free throws. First one is good. Back to a 10-point lead for Utah State. 14:43 left in the ballgame. Second free throw by Hamona is up and is good. Shooting 90% from the free throw line this year. You know how we know that? 9 for 10.
There you go.
That's that Utah State math clicking for you.
Yep.
Hamona on McBride. McBride and Hamoda's harassing him 5 feet behind the line. McBride still challenging. McBride in the lane. Leaves it back for Phipps, who's now into the game, the Oklahoma transfer. McBride, as Atkin comes by, puts a hand in his face, tries to drive past him. Shot missed, and Atkin pulls it down. Great job as Atkin running the fast break to Hamona. Hamona takes the 3 in transition and can't get it to go. Not sure I love that shot.
It rushed it a little bit, but I love Hamoda's defense on McBride.
A. Smith crosses over Ashworth, kiss off the glass, gets it to go. That's his game, and if the outside shot's not falling, you might see more of that. 61-52, 9-point lead for Utah State. We've been just kind of hovering around that over the last stretch. Bairstow back to Ashworth. Ashworth near the midcourt logo to Shulga. Leaves it for Bairstow on the entry pass. Here comes a quick double team, so Bairstow gives it to Shulga. Cross court to Hamona. Down low to Atkin. Atkin swings it back to Shulga and went off somebody's hand. Yeah, went off McBride's hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah State, but only 7 seconds on the shot clock.
ORU doing the immediate double to any ball that goes in the post. These guys can pass. I think it's a good idea to push it down there. Now, obviously, you don't have time now. You only have 7, so you've got to get a good look quicker.
Ashworth to Shulga. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Shulga works, gives it for Hamona. Hamona pump fakes and can't get it off in time. Made the shot, but unfortunately, too much time comes off the clock. 61-52, 9-point game. Missed opportunity there by Utah State. And that is the 13th turnover on the night tonight for Utah State. A. Smith crosses the timeline, gets around a screen, leaves it back to Weaver. Weaver then to Phipps, tries to get it back to Weaver. Weaver's able to collect, likes the matchup against Ashworth, but then leaves it right. Long 3, Juergens hits it. My goodness. 61-55, 6-point game. Oral Roberts 12 of 25 from the 3-point line tonight. Aggies 12 of 19. Down low is Bairstow. Bairstow has the ball knocked out of his hands, and they're going to say off of Bairstow. So here comes Oral Roberts with the ball and down 6 with 12:52 left to go in the game.
And what is it coming off of? It's coming off of turnovers.
Yep. 14th turnover. A. Smith driving. A. Smith off the glass. No good. Rebound. Wrapped down by Bairstow. Goes out of bounds. And Bairstow goes, don't you dare say that's out of me after that last call. And it isn't. It'll go off Oral Roberts.
That's a foul on Mwamba, but the refs didn't give it to him. But he absolutely raked Bairstow on the arms.
Ashworth working left to right. Oral Roberts on a bit of a run. Aggies haven't scored in the last 2 minutes. Ashworth gets a screen from Atkin. Still working behind that screen. Driving the paint to Atkin. Atkin lays it up and can't get it to go, but draws the foul. And he'll have 2 free throws coming up. Phipps is the one that gets hit with a foul. That'll be, again, only the second team foul in the half. Utah State with only one foul.
Look for Funk to go with Bairstow. If you remember in the first half when they went small, Funk came in for Bairstow, and all of a sudden you had 4 shooters on the court. Yep, that's who it is. It's for Bairstow. You got 4 shooters. They're going to attack the paint and then kick it out and get some three-point looks.
Akin misses his first free throw, short. One more coming up. Akin steps to the line and knocks it down. He's 3 for 4 from the line tonight. 62-55, 7-point lead for Utah State. Now it's about getting stops. Smith leaves it for Weaver, who just hit a 3. Weaver to Juergens, who also just hit a 3. Juergens against Shulga. Aggie switch. Akin now comes by to put a hand in his face. Juergens still with the search dribble, leaves it for Smith. He takes a long contested 3, misses it, but draws the foul. Hamoda hits him. It'll be 3 free throws coming up for Smith. 62-55, and Smith can cut this to a 4-point game. Max Smith, again a 76.9% free throw shooter. And Vanover's going to check in on the next timeout. And he rattles home his first free throw. 2 more coming up.
I wanted to see the replay on that, but they aren't showing it on the big screen to see if he really did get into him.
Aggies have gone the last 5 minutes without a field goal. Smith misses his second free throw. 1 more coming up. 62-57. Aggies have led by as many as 14. Smith steps up to the line for another free throw and makes that one. 3 for 3 on that trip. And it's a 4-point game, 62-58. Oral Roberts have outscored Utah State by 5 here in the second half. Taylor Funk working the ball down the dribble himself. Leaves it for Hamoda. Baseline 3 by Z is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Z Hamoda. Aggies needed that one in the worst way. Snapped a 5-minute streak without a field goal. 65-58, back to a 7-point game. We'll see if the Aggies can get stops here. Smith starting to fill it. Hands to Vanover. Vanover to Phipps, coming around a screen. Phipps driving off the glass, got it to go. Up against Ryland Jones. And Phipps is able to kiss it off the glass. 65-60, 5-point game. 11:28 left to go in the game. Ashworth driving. Sees Vanover, then comes back behind the 3-point line. Leaves it for Akin. Akin crossing over, Z. Z leaves it right. Funk pump fakes the 3. Can't get space, so he leaves it for Ryland Jones. Jones in the paint. Back to Funk. Funk rises for 3. No good. And they're going to call a flopping call on Utah State. On Funk. 65-60. 11:05 left to go here in the second half. A technical free throw coming up. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield. Nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like TicketSmarter. For all the best sports, concerts, theater events, visit TicketSmarter.com or on the app. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets. All right, folks, buckle up. 65-60 is our score. 5-point lead for Utah State. A technical free throw on a flop will be coming up for Oral Roberts. Hey, by the way, did you know 74% of Utahns get prescriptions from a friend or family member? Not okay. We all have a role to play in prescription safety. Keep medication safely stored. To learn more, visit knowyourscript.org.
This is where our boy Chris Jones, who said they should be able to look at the replay, this is a good example. Mwamba did not give Funk room to land, and there was contact on the lower body. They called the flop when it shouldn't have been.
It's one thing not to make the call. Free throw is good by Smith. It's another to get the technical on the flop. Free throw is good by Smith. It's a 4-point game, and Oral Roberts has the ball. We kind of felt like this was going to be the game we were going to get, and we certainly have got it. Inbounding the ball is Mwamba to Smith. Smith now quietly has put together some points on the night tonight. He's got 13 on 3 of 10 shooting. Smith on the right, down to Vanover, and he throws down the dunk. They've been trying to slip it to him, and he's able to get it, and it's a 2-point game, 65-63. And Oral Roberts is filling it right now. Ashworth driving on the paint. Kicks it to Akin, who throws down the two-handed dunk over the top of Mwamba. Ashworth, beautiful assist, had 9 assists in that game against San Diego, a career high in assists, and the Aggies needed that bucket. Phipps outside the three-point line, trying to slip it to Asmus. Asmus behind the three-point line against Ashworth. Leaves it back to Phipps. Phipps drives, and Phipps, and they're going to say fouled on the drive by Ryland Jones. It's only the third team foul against Utah State in the half. But this officiating crew is not doing much to endear themselves to the Utah State faithful.
Yeah, Ryland was late. It's almost like he needs to slip under that handoff.
Trying to throw the alley-oop, and it's deflected away. Great job by Akin, and it slips to Ryland Jones. Jones leaves it to Akin. Akin bounce pass, and his nearly stolen away. Akin's able to recollect. Ryland Jones gets into the lane. Ryland still with the search dribble. Still hammering the dribble, now outside the three-point line with 12 seconds on the shot clock. We just reached the 10-minute mark. Ryland against Mwamba. Leaves it for Ashworth, back to Ryland Jones. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Ryland leaves it down in the paint to Akin. Akin spins, puts the floater up and misses it as Vanover affected the shot in a big way. And here comes Oral Roberts. Aggies lead 67-63. Mwamba up against Akin.
That's a hook.
And hooked him. Offensive foul goes against Mwamba. And that's the 4th team foul against Oral Roberts. McBride, who's been an Aggie killer in this game, 4 for 4 from 3. And Ashworth will inbound. Hands over to Ryland Jones. Aggies up by 4, led by as many as 14. You knew Oral Roberts was going to make a run, and they're in the middle of it. Oral Roberts has made 4 out of the last 5 field goals. Ashworth with the pass, or receives the pass at the corner. Ashworth looking for somebody to clear, leaves it for Akin, poked away and goes out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul on Ryland. Just diving for a ball.
Yeah, loose ball foul. Ryland dove forward, and
now
like you said, they're not endearing themselves to the Aggie faithful.
And for Ryland, I believe that's his 2nd foul. And Utah State leaves it back for Oral Roberts off the turnover. McBride up against Ryland Jones, gets a screen from Vanover. Vanover flashes, but McBride doesn't get it to him. Had a good look there. Ball nearly stolen away. Jurgens is able to collect on the left wing. Crosses over. Z Hamoda drives. Layup is missed. And the rebound brought down by Akin. Good job boxing out the big man on that play, too. Stephen Ashworth. Crossover. Ashworth in the lane. Puts the shot up off the glass. No good. Again, wanted the foul. No call made. And here comes Asmus. Asmus. Akin does a good job of coming out and closing out on him. Has to give it back to Jurgens. Jurgens crossing over Funk. Again, another alley-oop opportunity, and the shot is up and good by Vanover.
Ryland's gotten stuck on Vanover a few times, and they finally took advantage of it.
67-65. Utah State on a 2-minute scoring drought. Ryland Jones, layup, no good. There's the foul Ryland's been hoping to get for a while now. Crashing into the lane, drawing the foul, and he'll have a couple free throws coming up. Aggies have on a scoring drought of over 2 minutes and 20 seconds. With 8:18 left in the game. Ryland with 2 free throws. Ryland's first free throw, no good. Ryland's only attempted 2 free throws on this season. Well, now 3. He's 1 of 3. Free throw shooting, I got a sneaking suspicion, is going to be pretty big down the stretch here, too.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot of them, so any free points you want to take advantage of. Hopefully Ryland can knock this one down. Both
teams with 4 team fouls. And Ryland knocks that down. 3-point game, 68-65. 8:16 and counting left to go. Oral Roberts, one of the higher-ranked Ken Pomeroy teams Utah State has faced this year. In fact, the highest. Jurgens trying to get somebody to clear. Jurgens still working the dribble. Cross-court pass, and Mwamba wasn't ready for it and goes out of bounds. Jurgens is looking at him like, I thought you were going to do one of these things. Turnover, Oral Roberts. Here comes Ashworth crossing the timeline, working left to right. Aggies with a 3-point lead. Aggies trying to string together some scoring opportunities. Ryland Jones, straightaway three, way short. Rebound pulled down by Shulga. Back to Ashworth. He'll take the three. That's good. 71-65. Aggies up by 6, 7:38 left in the game. McBride looking for Vanover. Instead, caught in traffic, and they're going to say fouled. Wow. So another foul on Utah State. That'll be their 5th team foul here in the second half with 7:32 left in the ball game. Aggies up by 6, 71-65 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 7:32 left in an entertaining game. Utah State leading Oral Roberts 71-65. Remember, this is St. Mary's team that only beat Oral Roberts by 8. It's a good team Utah State's playing. Tax reform laws impact almost all tax returns each year. Taxes are no bueno. H&R Block's here to help. 60 years of experience dealing with those taxes. H&R Block is owned and operated by proud Aggie alumni. Time for your scoring summary, brought to you by your Utah pork producers. From farm to fork, Utah pork producers committed to providing pork products to Aggie friends and family. Go to utahporkproducers.org. Aggie's led by as many as 14. It's been trimmed to as little as 2 by Utah State. Currently leads by 6, 71-65. Oral Roberts trying to cut into that lead, though. McBride with the ball, leaves it for Asmus, wide open from the free throw line, knocks it down. You cannot give that guy any bit of space.
It's a tough curl. You've got to show a little bit on the curl there, and there was no curl help at all.
71-67, 4-point lead for Utah State. Aggies have fought like crazy in this game. Funk for 3, misses his first 3 of the game. A little on the back iron, contested 3. Juergens gets to the baseline, up against Shulga. Tries to create some space, turns around, gets him turned around, and gets the bucket. Great job by Juergens in the post against Shulga. So now it's a 2-point game after Oral Roberts has gone on a 4-0 run. Ashworth to Ryland Jones, swings it cross court to Shulga, swings it over to Funk. Funk for 3, knocks it down. He's not going to miss 2 in a row, folks. 74-69, back to a 5-point game. Funk tonight, 6 of 8 from beyond the 3-point line. Asmus works to the left side of the court. Atkins comes out to guard him. Asmus thought about the 3. Atkins puts a hand in his face. Down to Vanover, who's got a misses the shot. Had Ashworth on him, and he can't seem to hit it when he's got the point guards on his back pocket. Great job by Utah State. Shulga behind the 3-point line. Shulga gets into the post. Leaves it back for Ashworth. He'll take the 3. Yes! My goodness. Aggies up by 8, 77-69 on a 6-0 run. Second most 3-pointers made in program history. The record is 20, and right now Utah State has got 16. They might need a few more before this is over. Asmus, offensive foul? Yes. Asmus on the drive, and Utah State's able to draw the foul with 5:48 left in the game. Timeout on the court. We'll go ahead and take it. It's a 1-minute coach's timeout on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 5:48 left to go in an entertaining basketball game tonight. Remember, the first Aggie Coaches Show with Ryan Odom will be on Wednesday, November 30th at 6 o'clock from Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill, 1400 North, 795 East in Logan. Hey, you can come on by, Spencer. Bring Julie, bring the family, and I will give you free appetizers.
Hey, I have heard you're unbelievably generous with the appetizers.
I am. Anybody who comes by and says you're there for the show, I will give you appetizers.
Just throwing them out.
Yeah, I mean, Ajay ends up paying for them, but either way, you get them for free. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Coach Odom will be there. You'll be able to interact, ask questions. Make sure to mention the show, and again, you get free appetizers. Ruby's proud host of the Aggie Coaches Show. All right, 77-69. Aggies nursing an 8-point lead. What a impressive performance here by both squads from the 3-point line. And you asked a stat during the break. If you combine Funk and Ashworth from the 3-point line, they are 11 of 14 from the 3-point line tonight.
Yeah. Watch. I mean, we're at the point now. This is Steven and Ryland taking control of the game and using their maturity, their IQ, their feel to get their team good basketball shots. And then defensively, this is going to come down to the high pick and roll, and can they guard it?
Oral Roberts brings a bit of a press. Have not shown this yet in this game. Woo. Pass to Funk. Funk in traffic. Leaves it back to Shulga. Takes a wide open 3. Misses it. Rebound tipped around and finally controlled by McBride. Schulge had a good look, just couldn't knock it down. McBride steps into a long three and misses it off the back iron. Rushed that one a bit. Couldn't quite get set up. And Ryan Odom says, hey, let's slow it down here a little bit. Aggies up by 8, 77-69. You got to figure you got one more good run out of Oral Roberts left in him.
Yeah.
Schulge gets the handoff from Ashworth. Schulge swings it cross court and a bad pass intended for Bairstow. And not exactly sure what Schulge was thinking there. Low and away, and it's a turnover. And again, one thing Oral Roberts has done is seemingly turn turnovers into points.
Yeah, they have.
McBride outside the three-point line. Hands to Juergens. Juergens a good three-point shooter if you give him some space. Tries to cook on Funk a little bit. Gets up under, lays it up and in. Great job. I like Juergens a lot.
Yeah, he's got that. Once again, a little old and slow. He gets in the lane and he's not rushed. Coach is trying to get Steven about a minute of rest before they close the game with him. I guarantee that's what's going on.
77-71. Bairstow leaves to Schulge, crash and pass. It's an offensive foul against Utah State. Sean Bairstow picks up the foul. And Bairstow not happy with himself. Tried to drive and kick it over, and unfortunately gets the offensive foul. And those are 2 turnovers. And again, here comes Ashworth back on the court for Bairstow.
Yeah, he wanted to get him a little more rest, but need him and Ryland in there to take care of the basketball.
Smith crosses the timeline, leaves it for McBride. McBride then to Juergens. Juergens outside the three-point line. Don't give him too much space. Does drive on Funk. Cut off nicely by Funk, though, and it's able to recollect. Still trying to spin. Off the glass. No good. Atkins skies for an impressive rebound above the rim. 4:20 left to go in the game. Aggies lead by 6. Ashworth leaves it for Atkins. Bad pass, but Atkins still able to collect. Leaves it for Ryland Jones. Jones under to Schulge. Schulge for 3. Short. And the rebound fought for, and here comes Asmus away with it. Asmus in traffic. Asmus takes the shot and gets it to go off the rim. 77-73, 4-point game. Aggies have had some good looks and just can't get them to go. 4-point game and a 4-0 run here by Oral Roberts, who are not going away. Ashworth to the elbow, leaves it for Ryland to Funk. And a foul. Whoa!
No!
What is that?
That's a bad call, Scotty. That's a really bad call.
Can you review that? Oh my gosh. That is a foul that's going to go against Ryland Jones, an offensive foul, 77-73, and what might be the worst call of the night. You know we don't like to blame the officials guy, but that was an abysmal call. 3:48 left to go in the game. Aggies lead by 4, 77-73 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. All right, 3:48 left to go in the game. Aggies lead by 4, 77-73. Bank of Utah and Utah State Athletics teamed up this basketball season to donate to Hoops for Hope. This season, Bank of Utah has donated $1,500 to the Family Place. Big thanks to Bank of Utah for your continued support of Utah State Athletics and Cache Valley community. All right, officials know when they miss calls.
Yeah.
They know when they screwed up.
He knows he messed up. He's on the corner. You just keep going.
There might be a makeup call here in the future.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea.
It's human
absolutely.
nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Aggies lead by 4, 77-73. Oral Roberts with the ball. Thompson to McBride. Aggies need stops. With 3:40 left in the game, Juergens driving. Juergens attacks. Juergens can't finish. Vanover's tip-in is up and good. Oh, my goodness. It's a 2-point game, folks. 77-75. Oral Roberts on a 6-0 run. Aggies at 1 point led by 8. Ashworth hands to Ryland Jones. Jones gets to the elbow. Ryland leaves it right to Schulge. Schulge drives to Akin. Akin can't handle the pass. Leaves it back up top to Jones with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ryland in trouble, double teamed, and a cross-court pass stolen away. And here we go. Oral Roberts can tie or take the lead. Asmus leaves it for Vanover. Vanover to Juergens. Juergens, good position, and is fouled at the rim. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws to tie this game up with 3:59 left to go. If your stomach's sinking a little bit for good reason, Oral Roberts is in a bit of a groove on a 6-0 run and has a chance to make it an 8-0 run and tie this game as Juergens steps to the line.
Interesting when you think of the last 3 offensive plays ORU have ran, they've gone to Juergens. That's where they tried to isolate Funk and go straight at him.
Juergens has not missed a free throw yet on the season. makes that one more coming up to try to tie this game at 77 apiece with 2:59 left to go in the game. All right, who's going to make a play here on the other end?
It's going to be Steven or Ryland setting it up for someone else.
Juergens trying to tie this game up, and he does. Calmly hits both free throws, and we are square at 77 apiece. Talked to the coaches before the game. They were not thrilled about this game, and they did not have a good feeling. And right now you can tell why. 2:54 left to go, 30-second timeout. Aggie ball when we come back on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 2:54 left to go in the game. We're all square at 77 apiece. Utah State and Oral Roberts. Aggies led by 8 just 2 minutes ago. Oral Roberts have gone on an 8-0 run.
Called the timeout, set the play. Look for some screen the action between Shulga, Funk, or Steven.
Ryland Jones near the midcourt stripe, looking for somebody to clear. Ryland hands over to Shulga. Shulga driving, and his shot blocked at the rim, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah State with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Coach is saying, hey, pump fake, get him up in the air, and then go back up and try to draw the foul and get the N1. Mwamba coming in for Vanover. And looking to inbound. Finally, all the way back up top, Shulga's got to come back in the backcourt to collect with 14 seconds. And off to Ryland Jones. Jones swings it cross court to Funk. Funk drives the baseline, swings it back to Shulga, up to Jones, then back to Ashworth for 3. Yes! Huge 3. Stephen Ashworth buries it. And Utah State back up by 3 with 2:32 left. And what do we have here? A flopping call is going to go against Mwamba. And Ashworth's going to shoot a free throw. I didn't see what happened there, Spencer.
I didn't see it either, but it's the old 4-point play that you draw up.
Just like that. Ashworth, free throw, good. It's a 4-point game, 81-77. That might have been your makeup call.
Kids, don't flop. That's what you're learning from this game.
Yep.
Don't flop. You'll get a technical, you'll hurt your team.
All right. Aggies get 4 points down that stretch. Utah State 81, Oral Roberts 77. Stephen Ashworth says, let's go. Oral Roberts, though, has been every bit the equal of Utah State in this game. Thompson to McBride, to Juergens, who's been fantastic in this game. Draws Hamoda out, tries to drive on him. Juergens spins. Juergens shot blocked by Hamoda. What a play! Hamoda with a big block shot. He's got a block shot in every single game this year, and none bigger than that one. 2:08 left in the game. Aggies with 23 seconds on the shot clock, trying to make this a 2-possession game. Ashworth gets a screen, takes the 3. Yes! Holy smokes! Stephen Ashworth, are you kidding me? No conscience, cold-blooded. What is that? Asmus leaving for Vanover. He'll take the 3. No good. Rebound. Ripped down by Hamoda. 84-77. Aggies up by 7 with 1:37. Aggies on a 7-0 run. Ashworth being hounded by Asmus, and he's fouled. 1:32 left in the game. That's only the 16th foul.
Scotty, we got to point out the substitution of Z Hamoda specifically to guard Juergens in that possession. That was a great chess match play by Ryan Odom to change defensively, and they still went to him, and Z got the block.
21 seconds on the shot clock. Aggies lead by 7, 84-77. 15 seconds. Ashworth slowing things down.
He's saying run the play at 10. I want to run it at 6.
Ashworth, cross court to Funk. Funk back to Ashworth. Pump fakes, takes the shot. Yes! Stephen Ashworth! Oh my gosh! Stephen Ashworth unconscious. My goodness. Juergens pump fakes the 3, drives, kicks it left. McBride for 3. Yes, gets it right back. 87-80. 1 minute left to go in the game. Timeout on the court. We'll go ahead and keep it right here, Spencer. This is fun. By the way, That is the 19th made three by Utah State, one away from setting a record for most threes in a game.
You want to talk about guts. I think Dan Atkin used a different term in the pregame interview,
yes.
But you want to talk about guts. I mean, Stephen Ashworth, dude, this is exactly why I recruited him to Utah State. I mean, he does not shy away from the moment. The kid, I think he started as a freshman on Lone Peak varsity. And, I mean, taking the opportunity, hitting the shots, and then Z Hamoda on defense, that Juergens block, so huge. Now, here's the thing. They're going to press. Utah State has to take care of the basketball. They subbed Rylan into the game. You got two primary ball handlers. Get the ball in, clear the floor, and let those guys just get it on the other side and run that clock.
Ashworth, 8 made threes in this game. He's 8 of 9 from 3. 8 made threes is tied for the third most in a game in Utah State history. Ashworth with 28 points matches his career high, which he set against Bradley just a couple of games ago. All right, here we go. Big stretch. Inbound to Funk. Funk then to Rylan. Rylan hands over to Shulga. And Shulga is fouled, and Shulga will go to the line for a couple free throws. Actually, 1 and 1.
So you think about the free throw line in San Diego. I'm not trying to do the jinx, maybe the reverse jinx. Max in regulation missed 2 important free throws.
Yes.
Let's see if he can knock this first one down.
87-80. Make a free throw, earn a free throw. Atkins going to check in for Funk for some defensive purposes there.
Yeah.
Ryan Odom will play that game substantially down the stretch in games. All right, Shulga, here we go. First free throw by Max. Good.
Nice.
Well
Very
done by
good.
you. That's all you. You did that.
Reverse curse. I feel like the reverse curse is really working for me.
88-80, 8-point lead with under a minute left. Shulga lines up free throw number 2. That is up, and it is good.
Nice.
Atkin defensively. Utah State just needs a stop or two to park this car in the driveway. Juergens has the ball off his knee. That's off the knee. Yes, it is. Turnover. Funk will check back into the game. Atkin will check out. Aggies with a 9-point lead and the ball with 52 seconds left. Another timeout on the court. Utah State with a 9-point lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. By the way, congratulations to Max Shulga. First career double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Has also dished out 7 assists. Rylan Jones also with 7 assists in this game tonight. The Aggies have assisted on 25 of their 29 made buckets tonight, Spencer.
Yeah, that ball is moving. I mean, that's a sign of obviously a team that likes to play together, and it's the narrative that's continued. They're unselfish. They're very unselfish. They just want to win basketball games.
Rylan Jones will inbound. 9-point lead for Utah State. Leaves it for Funk. Funk to Rylan Jones, then to Ashworth. Ashworth's fouled. And Ashworth has a chance to get a career high in points. And he has earned every single one of them tonight, folks. 49 seconds left, 89-80. What a performance by Stephen Ashworth. And frankly, everybody on this team. Funk with 18, Shulga with 10, Rylan with 9. I mean, overall, this is what experienced teams do, win games like this.
Yeah, it's been a whole team effort, and like you said, they cut that to 3.
They cut down to 2.
They cut it to 2.
Ashworth, the front end of a 1-and-1, misses it. Sorry, that was my jinx.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I needed to do something to get the reverse jinx.
Juergens works it left to McBride, then to Thompson for 3. Yes, of course they are. 89-83, 39 seconds left. Of course, Oral Roberts is going to start making some threes. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Spencer. 89-83.
Once again, we're getting way too superstitious, but I do remember a game that I was up by 8 points with 32 seconds to go.
Yeah.
And they couldn't shoot the 3 like ORU could, so.
What was the name of that guy? Webb, was it? Was his last name that hit a bunch of shots down the stretch for Pacific?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure his last name was Webb.
Who did they have? They had Marker. They had.
That was it. By the way,
Dudley. They had a Dudley.
People forget
dude?
that was a ranked Pacific team too.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was a really good team. They actually, I don't think the Big West ever got 2 teams in before or got 2 teams after, but they did that year. And Pacific ended up winning, beating Pitt in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they did. Yep, they did. That was a good Pacific team. That was national television, and I still believe if we don't lose that game, then we might not win the Big West tournament that year.
Really?
I really
it galvanized you guys?
It really did.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments. I do think it's important as well that we continue the tradition. We know Sam Merrill is out there listening to us tonight.
Sammy listening again?
He just texted me. Gave me a nice compliment or snub. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it was, but I love you, Sammy.
Rylan Jones will inbound. Aggies just can't turn the ball over and make free throws and get out of here with a W. Rylan will trigger the inbound. They've been working to that corner. Let's see if they do it again. Nope, they'll switch things up a little bit. Inbound to Funk. Funk then bounce pass to Rylan. Rylan leaves it to Ashworth, but they're going to get Rylan getting hit with a foul before he passes to Ashworth. So Rylan steps up to the line, and that's only the 19th foul, so still in the 1-and-1. You're not out of the woods yet on this thing. So Rylan with a 1-and-1 coming up.
I can picture the hoop outside his house that he grew up in here in North Logan, shooting free throws. See if he can knock this down.
Rylan again from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the line tonight. 2 of 4 from the season, only 4 free throw attempts, knocks it down calmly, and will earn 1 more free throw. That was a big one to put it back to a 3-possession game. 36 seconds left. Thing is, Oral Roberts is going to get down the court in a hurry and get a shot up in a hurry. Second free throw rattles out. So here we go. Oral Roberts down by 7. McBride in the lane. McBride attacks and lays it up and in. A 5-point game. Inbound quickly to Hamoda. Gets it over to Akin. Akin will drive, and Akin fouled. Akin had Rylan Jones open. That would have been nice to try to sneak it to him.
Yeah.
25 seconds left. Again, 5-point game. And Akin's going to step up the line now. He does have 2 free throws. Double bonus here for Dan Akin. Akin takes a deep breath. First free throw, good. Dan Akin. 91-85.
The reverse curse continues, although I just might have jinxed it.
Second free throw by Dan. That is up. No good. And the rebound tipped around, controlled by Utah State, but tipped away, and Oral Roberts has it. Leaves it for Asmus. Asmus, charge, yes sir. Rylan Jones draws the charge as only Rylan Jones can. Asmus put his shoulder down to create space, and Rylan was there to take the contact.
Great play, getting in front of him.
91-85.
And the arm extended, and that's what the ref looks for.
And by the way, Asmus is fouled out of the game. 91-85. Asmus, who came into this game averaging about 15 points a game, is going to exceed his average at 17, but boy, he took a lot of work to get there. 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6, did make 6 free throws. Statistically, you're looking at that and go, well, that's a 17-5-4 game. But Utah State did about as well as they could against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Ended the game with 5 turnovers as well.
Inbound to Ashworth. Ashworth, no foul drawn yet. And there it is. 91-85. Ashworth has a chance to get back to that free throw line with 14 seconds left. And the Aggies leading by 6.
Scott, whatever you do, do not mention a career high.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Do not mention a career high for Stephen Ashworth.
I can't believe you just did that. All right, well, here we go. Stephen Ashworth, might as well say it now. Here's the free throw, and he's got a career-high 29 points.
There you go.
One more coming up to get to 30.
Not often you get to the 30 clip. Jeez. Should we congratulate him on that?
Oh, man, you're going to get yourself kicked off this broadcast pretty quick. Not by me. Second free throw is up and good. There you go. There's your 30 points.
Hey, I'm just calling it like I see it, Scotty.
Crossing the timeline, McBride leaves it for Thompson, takes the three, no good, and the rebound, Akin, what a board, and this game's over. Akin's going to be fouled to go to the line, but the Aggies 93-85, an 8-point lead with 4.9 seconds left, and the Aggies are going to move to 5-0 on the season. What a hard-fought, gutty win tonight for Utah State. There's your winning team, losing team chant. And Akin's going to shoot 2 free throws. May not have been as pretty as Utah State would have wanted down the stretch, but no such thing as ugly victories. First free throw by Akin, rolls in, gets the friendly roll. One more coming up. And second free throw by Akin is good. By the way, this is a 9-point spread in this game.
Vegas doesn't know what they're doing, do they?
Vegas going to be really interested on this last shot. McBride rises for 3. No good. Utah State wins by double digits. 95-85. Aggies with a 10-point win, making their last 3 field goals, making important free throws down the stretch. And Utah State, dare I say, escapes against Oral Roberts. Didn't feel like a 10-point game, that's for sure.
No, that was and you think about it, 14 points, 10 points. I mean, Utah State had control for a lot of this game, but in fact, I think Utah State led for close to 35, 36 minutes of this game, but ORU always just hanging in the shadows with that 3-point shooting ability, the ability to cut a 9-point lead to 2 real quickly. Both teams played really well. Utah State just played a little bit better down the stretch to get that victory.
Final in this one, Utah State 95, Oral Roberts 85. This is Aggie Basketball. We'll kick off your post-game show next on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield.